think it's a bro code type of situation.
Nah, it definitely is, bro. Definitely is. Because oh snap. Yeah, it definitely is because I feel like whenever you get a chance to mind your business and you don't benefit either way, and you just saying something to say something, then that's where you violate a bro code, regardless of what sex it is or what it is you're talking about.
Yeah,
If you just volunteer information about somebody else, that's corny.
but that's just volunteering information. If she asks me and she's my friend, then I will tell her. There's no bro code.
Bro, if you're if you're volunteering information, basically you're giving your opinion and it's negative, and even if it's factual, but you're not sure, that is corny, bro. To me,
Okay, to
I
you.
think that's no, it's
I
corny.
I
It
was
should be corny to you too, and that's
nah,
corny.
it's not because it's no different than than a guy asking me my opinion, right, on something.
Okay.
So if they ask me my opinion, if they ask me my opinion on their situation, right?
Hmm.
If they're in a relationship and they say, "Oh, I'm with this guy and he's doing these three things."
A
Like,
guy's
what do
asking
you
you
think?
that.
What's that?
A guy's asking you that.
Yeah, if a guy's asking me if he's with a girl and she
Okay.
says he's with a girl and she's doing these three things,
Okay.
then the rules aren't different for guys and girls, right? Because I'm always going to lead with if it's your relationship, right? Then I'm going to say, well, listen, I don't know your girl, but if she's doing these three things, then in my opinion, these are the things that I'd be looking for, you know, and I would just think that they were cheating or I would think that they're, so I'd start asking probing
Shit,
questions,
that's
you know,
corny.
but whether it's a guy or a girl,
Yeah,
they're
that's too
asking me
much.
my opinion.
Okay.
So what you would say? I don't know.
Yeah, go with your gut. Like this is none of your business. Because what happens is then you get caught up in that shit, and that's how people die.
Wait, what? You don't just jump to people dying like.
Bro, yeah, because you get caught up in that because somebody will take what you say the wrong way or the right way, and that other person can't go back from that. So we got broke.
Yeah, but you know what? We give our opinions on certain things all the time. So
Hmm.
do you just scratch that away from because it's an opinion? It's an opinion,
It's an
right?
opinion about somebody else. So if you give your opinion about somebody else, that could potentially end their relationship, depending on how that person might feel about them right now at this present time. That is corny.
But see, this is the reasons why I say, listen, I don't know your boyfriend, I don't know your girlfriend, I don't know
Okay.
these people, but me personally, if I was in that situation, this is what
Mm-hmm.
I would do. I would ask certain questions, you know, and it always starts with a conversation because I never say to, oh, you should break up with this person. That's all on them, right? I always say it
Mm-hmm.
should be a conversation. There should be some words exchanged, not in a violent way. There should be some words exchanged, though. You should ask your questions that you want to ask, and then that can determine what you think. But if it were me, I would initially think this, but I would still ask the question. I would still have a conversation with that person. It might be corny to you because you're like, I don't want to get involved, right?
No, it's just that it's like you don't know if they even have a healthy way of communicating as the two of them, and for you to sit there and say what you think, and that could just take the whole shit down.
But I know that me and my friend have a healthy situation. So if they come to me and ask me for advice about a certain situation, I'm always going to lead off.
Interesting.
I'm always going to
Okay.
lead off with, like, I don't know your situation with this person. I don't know this person personally,
Right. Right. Right.
things like that. And I would say things like that so that they understand that, hey, you know this person better than I do. Whether or not they have a healthy way of communicating, that's not on me. They ask me my opinion, I give my opinion.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a situation, and then you tell me what you would give your girl, like your girlfriend, right?
Okay.
So your girlfriend tells you that like her and her boyfriend they live in separate houses or whatever. She sees she's in his house, and she goes in his closet and she finds like a video camera, like an old video camera, like say from 10 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
With a bunch of tapes. She watches it and it's like it's him, it's a sex tape of him on their current bed, but it was a long time ago. And like then she like ruins the house and everything. And she's like, she asked him if he ever slept with another woman on that bed. He said no, all of that. What advice do you give her?
First off, it should have just been a conversation rather than her ruining everything in the house. She shouldn't have gone through his stuff if she didn't know what she was going to find. She found a tape. She went and watched the tape. So when you go and
Right.
watch the tape and you find all this stuff on this tape, then you know you know that okay, he may have lied. He may have said that there was nobody else. Maybe he forgot, but that's a conversation. You said
Mhm.
this, and I believed you, and now I'm finding out this, and this is the same bed. So why did you lie about this certain situation?
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know, it's a
yeah.
conversation. It's never something that should be violent. If you're in a relationship, nothing should get violent. It shouldn't be something where you're throwing stuff all over the place. That's not going to help the situation. The
Right.
the the sleeping with another woman was already done.
Right.
That was before. Remember, this is before she was around, right? So,
Sure.
I mean, do you think that telling her how many people you slept with on the bed is going to help a situation? No, it's never going
Never.
to help a situation. So, did you expect him to tell the truth or just come out and just say, "Oh yeah, I actually slept with Jen on this bed. I slept with April on this bed. With I slept with uh Jessica like 4 times on this bed.
Oh,
I slept with,
damn.
when you start going down the laundry list of things that you've done on this bed, you think she's gonna want to sleep in the bed with you? No.
No.
So every girl that you're with, you have to buy a brand new bed.
Man, so what advice do you give your girl, your homegirl?
I just say have a conversation about it, about lying, about telling the truth, and about
But
but
then,
but if you
what if she said I tried and he was like, why the fuck you go through my shit? That's what you get.
yeah, I mean, if that's the case, why? That's a good question. How did you answer that?
I'm asking you,
No,
Mister
that's what I would
Mister.
ask her. I would start. This is the conversation that I would have with her.
Oh,
What
okay.
So I'd want to know some info. Now let's say that she said, okay, well, I told him that I was looking for something and I found this tape and I didn't know what it was, so I looked through it.
What made you?
Okay,
Why?
you
Why?
look, but
It's not
you
yours,
look through it. You look through it. You look through his personal stuff, and
right?
that's what you found. Deal with it. There was
But
somebody before you. Deal with
but
it.
so what if I'm her? I'm gonna say, well, why is he keeping trophies?
I mean, that's a question for him, not for me.
Yeah, why is he keep? Yeah, I'm
You
trying
know
to
what I
play it
mean?
out. I'm trying to play it out. Like, yeah, she's asking. So she's asking him why he's keeping
If she,
trophies.
if she's okay, go ahead.
You know, what I mean, she's asking him why he's keeping trophies. But again, it's like, get the fuck out of my shit. Like,
Yeah,
if I leave you in my crib by yourself, that means that I trust you,
right.
and you just eliminated trust. You know,
Yeah, you shouldn't be going through the man's stuff.
or I feel
If
like
you,
that's a deal breaker right there.
yeah, I mean, that sucks for somebody to go through your,
Violate
to
your
go
shit.
through your, go like going that far to like going in your old phone before this person was around, right? So
Hmm.
let's say that let's say that you and your wife first got together and you still had your old phone, right?
Right.
So it's unlocked. And now you done had not only one phone, but you got another brand new phone. So this is two phones ago.
Right.
She goes in your phone and you've got texts from 2013 in it. And she's like, "Oh, who's this chick? Who's that chick? Why are you keeping these pictures?" I haven't opened that phone in freaking years.
So what do? You gotta leave.
So it's like, why are you going through
It's
all of
not
my
even a
old stuff?
conversation though.
It's none of your business.
But I feel like that's not even a conversation. Like to me, I would get scared and bounce. I just bounce. You think about it, like yo, back in the day, like when you used to break up, yo, it used to be like, yo, I'm just not calling. Like, I never had like the balls to break up, break up. Just be like, yo, it's over. Like, get the picture. That's fucked up.
I'm so blunt.
You always
I've
end it.
always been I've always been blunt. Yeah, it's very
Mm,
like, but I think it's because I'm very in tuned with what I want, and I
mm,
know exactly what it is that I want. And if I'm not feeling a certain situation, then I'm like, wait, what did
yeah.
she say? Like it's like that time when you guys talked about a man stayed the night at his female friend's house and didn't answer his girlfriend's calls, so she used what? So she used the tracker to find where he was. Both wrong. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I can. I guess I can. I can see where there was wrong done. Um, yeah, it is like that situation.
It is, but
But I mean, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
it is, but when you add an extra person, that's like saying, yo, like the extra person. Nah, it's not like that at all because you're still the extra person that's giving unsolicited advice. You
Oh,
talking about like,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, you. So you're still the person giving unsolicited advice. That's what makes it different. Because in that other example, where she's using where it's like, yo, a man stays the night at a female friend's house, like, nah, that's like that is what it is. This is you injecting yourself and giving advice because your friend
No,
is asking you.
no, that's not what that is.
No,
Because you're
that's
not.
what this is.
Because you're no, that's not what this is either. Because
Oh
it
my
would
god.
injecting. No, this injecting yourself into the person's life is like this.
Yeah.
She's talking about her boyfriend and the situation that they're going through.
Okay.
And you decide, oh, well, you know what? Listen, he's cheating if he's doing that. That's injecting yourself into her life. Now, if she asks you for advice, then I always lead off with, I don't know him, but you can take this advice however you want to take it. You know, if it were me, and that's what I say. If it were me, these
Yes.
are what, and I'm telling her what I would do. I'm not injecting myself into. She's grabbing me off the shelf and saying, "Hey, what do I do?"
Mo.
That's what she's doing. It's not really injecting yourself into
Mo,
somebody else.
could you see how that could be different with your a guy sleeping at a female friend's house and her companion using the tracker? It's way two different situations.
No, it's a different situation, but I'm not injecting.
Totally. No, this one you are, like though you are injecting like this is an extra person. Well, it doesn't have to be like you injecting like you meanly give the advice. This is like this has another person that has nothing to do with anything telling somebody about their loved one. That's why I
Okay.
said it's a hater.
Nah, I wouldn't say it's a hater because a hater is somebody who's mad at the fact that that's like the player haters ball. They
Let's go, Big Mo.
Ice-T was mad because
Yeah.
he didn't like that somebody was making more money than he was. He doesn't like. I don't care. It's just that person asked me a question. I'm giving them an answer.
Oh, Brooke said. Brooke said. That female whose man stayed at another house asked for opinions from the podcast.
What female?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm being punked, so I feel like
Wait,
I'm being.
what female? What? I don't understand.
I don't know, bro. We just thought, this is gonna make us really want to know who it is and
I don't.
kill
I
our,
don't know. I don't know. I don't really
kill
know
our
what you're.
rhythm. Right.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what that means. This person. What person?
Yo, I want to say like I seen this lady on TikTok, right? She got like a channel, and she just like shows people making like bad food. This shit is mad funny, so.
Wait, the older podcast, Mo asked advice for a friend who wanted it.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
so I think she's saying what is that combo spawned from, and then we took it somewhere totally different. But
I
I get
was
what
like,
you're
I don't
saying.
know what lady we're talking about here.
Yeah, we took it. Even then, we took it somewhere crazy.
No.
I don't know how to answer it. I don't know
So
what to
you
say.
said this lady on TikTok?
Yeah, so she just shows people like making bad food. So she's like, oh yeah, just use all of the salt. No, just add water. 3 cups. How about it? Yeah, it's just bad
Oh,
food.
you know what? I seen that.
Yeah, she's just hilarious.
Yeah, not cool.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Word.
It surprised me how many people don't actually know how to cook either.
Son, I don't know how to cook like that.
No, but I mean,
though. Oh,
but like there are people who really don't know how to cook at all.
yeah.
It's bad. That's rough. Like when people will make they'll make egg salad and put ketchup on it. Shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Weird stuff.
But we talked about that. Like everybody has like their weird quirk that they do that people don't really rock with. Like sometimes, like if I'm eating steak and there's no steak sauce, even if there's no, I'll eat my steak with ketchup. Sometimes
I use the juice that I make the steak with.
I know. But I'm saying, yeah, but that's when like you know how to make steak, bro. But I'm talking about like, if you go get a hoagie or something like that, yeah, I'm putting ketchup on my shit.
Yeah.
Word.
No.
No.
Yeah, I be, but you know what? I be cooking though. You're right. I be
Yeah.
in here burning.
Right.
Oh,
You seen that movie, The Menu? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, it's a good one.
The
Definitely
Menu.
a good one. Yeah, it's about like, like these people they get to go to this exclusive restaurant, and the chef is like a super creative dude. Then he has like all these sous chefs, but it showed something where like his biggest fan, and I'll spoiler alert, he puts him in a position because he's like, yo, you're such a critic on my food. You're like, come in the kitchen and see what you can make. Like, we have everything. See what you can make. And the dude couldn't even like put together anything. He just knew what the food was called based on him knowing the chef.
Mm-hmm.
But that was it. He didn't know anything else. He didn't know anything like on how to prepare anything. And it was like, yeah, that shit. He called it like Josh's bullshit.
I mean, you shouldn't challenge a chef. That's like I watched a video on somebody walked into a boxing like a boxing place or whatever where they train you, and
A gym.
a gym. Yeah, thank you. a boxing gym, and this guy
Little
just
mole with the gimpy leg.
walked in and challenged the trainer. He just walked in and challenged the trainer. Like, I drove an hour to fight you, and the trainer bust his ass.
What?
Yeah, and then he was talking to him while he was beating him up, and he was just humbling him. He's like, yo, he goes, no. He goes, I'm not even gonna hit you. I'm just gonna block your shots. And he goes, all right, now put your hands up, cause I'm gonna hit you. Put your hands up, cause I'm gonna hit you. And he's like, wait, and he goes, no, wait. Put your hands up, I'm gonna hit you. And he's like, 5, 4, 3, and hit him.
Yeah,
But
you ever like when you was a kid got hit by an adult, not your fast? My fault. Go ahead. You about to finish that
no,
boring story?
No, I was listening to what you're saying.
You ever got like hit by an adult or hit a kid like super hard, but by accident, or when you were a kid got hit by an adult like a swinging arm or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Multiple.
you know what I'm talking about. Like, I thought my father was mad strong because he was like his reflex and that shit caught me like one of his fingers. I think I had like a whoop on my face. I was like, damn, my father was a superhero.
See, yo, my dad, I always say that once you hit like 12, 13 years old, like your teenage years,
Right.
as a boy needs to get checked, like really checked, like twice a year. You got to get checked, because everyone's
like
so like yeah, like that. But I mean, like, you got to get checked, like, because you can't just be talking to, and I think that's training, right? Because you can't talk to a man any old way, right? Because we know that there's repercussions for you talking to a man a certain way. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, so
I guess I check twice a year, son. Son. So, son. So, can you name 3 times you've been checked, son, by your dad in a sequence?
Multiple times, bro.
What?
Like, so yeah, but it's not always severe, right? It's not always what you're thinking. So checked can mean,
I'm thinking child abuse.
right? Checked can be that, extreme, kick down the stairs, right?
Okay,
or punch down the stairs. But
wow.
non-extreme is like, hey, you need to wash these dishes. All right, Dad, I'm getting ready to wash. I'm gonna wash them. And it's like, no, like, do them now. And then you stand up to walk by, and he like kind of stands over you, like doesn't move.
So he can
That's
hit
another.
you, yeah.
That's another way of being checked. You need to get checked as a boy. You need to get checked like 2 to 3 times a year, easy. Until
you out the house.
So, yeah, I mean, until you're out of high
wife
school.
Start checking. Your wife start checking you.
Because what happens is, if you don't get checked, this is where, remember how you said a boy needs his father in his life.
It's a fact.
So the reason why is because them checking you like that is preparing you for real life. You can't just walk up and say whatever the hell you want to a man. You might get checked by him. So I would, as a dad, if I was a father, I would rather start that process with him than for him to find out later on by another guy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so like, just because you have like your dad in your life doesn't mean like your dad teaches you the most valuable lesson in your life. It's just like your dad could baseline it for you, but I think there's times where I learned from other men things that like my dad didn't know. You know what I mean? He just wasn't as fortunate to know it. But you're right on certain things. Like, your dad does teach you how to like keep quiet, I would say. Like how to speak at the right times and things like that.
Yeah, because you can't just, you're not gonna, I'm not gonna walk up to the biggest guy in the gym and slap the protein shake out of his hand. There might be some
You're gonna do that
repercussions,
anyway, though.
right? But if you never knew that growing up, there are some
Nah.
people who don't know who get their ass whooped.
You mean how like they play too much?
It's stupid.
Nah, son, I think that most kids know what's right. Like right and wrong, I don't think it's like that far off where you need like somebody to teach you right and wrong. You might be a knucklehead and you're doing wrong to be seen, but when it comes to right and wrong, I think people generally know what's right and wrong and what they're doing.
So you're telling me there's nobody that doesn't know right from wrong?
When it comes to like that extreme with knocking somebody's drink out, yeah, they knew they did that for a reason. Like,
yeah, because
see, like the person that goes to the supermarket and like a kid opens like a bag of grapes, they might think that's normal, right? That's like easy. But when you saying somebody runs up to somebody and knocks their drink out their hand, nah, they
well,
don't
I
think
mean,
that shit.
I'm just using that as an example, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
and I'm taking your example and murdering it because it was terrible.
it's not that bad. It's not that
What?
bad. I'm
If
just
you
going.
knock someone, no, but what do you think? What do you think the threshold is for like right and wrong kids not knowing?
The threshold. What do you mean? What do I think for a threshold?
Well, you saying like they don't know? Like when you said, knocking somebody's drink down, I'm like, nah, that's bullshit. They knew.
Like
They know.
So I mean, I think that there are times where somebody may challenge somebody for the wrong reason or not know that something that they're doing is challenging, right?
Mm-hmm.
Challenging another man's manhood. So
Right.
like the fact that I walked by my dad, right, and I
Mm-hmm.
bumped into him, and then he checked me. I know that could be looked at as disrespect because I wasn't trying to disrespect my dad by walking by him and like brushing up against him like I did.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
but had I not learned that lesson early in life, I wouldn't think like that. And then I have to get taught by somebody else that you don't just walk up and brush by people the way that you do. It could be something where somebody now challenges you.
But I see what you're saying because that's more cultural though. That's more cultural because that again, that's not like a blatant sign of disrespect. That's disrespect if you're your dad or somebody who sees it like that.
But it can be anyone. Somebody can. You can brush up against one person and then they're not gonna think that way.
I'm gonna give you a good one.
You can brush up against another person and they had a bad effing day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now they're like, "Yo, you stepped on my shoe." Anything for them.
I'm gonna give you a better one. That one sucked, Mo. Farting,
Whatever.
like farting, right?
Whatever.
Farting.
Yeah, give us a better one.
Farting is the best one. Like when you're young, whatever, or even at home, you might fart out loud. Ha 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 ha. As soon as you get in public on the plane or something, you're like, "Ma, Dad." They're like, "Yo, the fuck is wrong with you?" But you didn't know like the first time. That's the shit right there.
But that's silly though. We're talking about.
No, but it's silly and serious.
But we're talking about like manhood, like challenging.
Like how to wash your nut. Like how to wash your nuts.
I'm done.
What you mean?
I'm done.
Your father shows you how to wash your nuts.
I'm done. Yeah, no, I understand. I get that.
Word. So this is your pops gonna show you I don't know how to cook a steak. My pops didn't even show me how to cook a steak.
No?
No, I don't know. Well, I ain't get into steak till I went to Queens, and then like Saul Major Morse and Eddie Martinez. Well, just talk about that steak shit. That shit made me cop a grill. You know what I mean? Just so I could tell the stories. Because we used to just talk about that shit in the film, how to make steak. But steak is that shit though. Steak is,
I,
you know, some people like if you get like some people really can't tell what like a good steak is, because like if somebody gets like a well done steak, right? You really should just really should just get like a hamburger, because you're really not gonna be able to tell. Like you shouldn't even get like a wagyu or even like a good porterhouse if you don't get it well done. You just get like skirt. What say you, man?
So you're asking if some people know how to cook a steak?
No, like you know, if somebody get like an expensive steak, right? If you get like a fillet, right? You get a fillet and you say, "Yeah, I want it well done." Yeah, you might as well not have got the fillet.
Yeah, yeah, because it's you might, like you said, you might as
You
well
must
have a
get a
burger.
cheeseburger. Yeah, you might as well get a cheeseburger because it's gonna taste the same way.
But you know that I feel like that in a way is a cultural thing too, because a lot
Mm.
of like I see a lot of people in our culture,
What you
they
mean our culture? Like black people?
yeah,
They're black people
they
then, baby.
they like their stuff well done. And the reason for it is because they don't like to see any. I don't know if they don't like it. I don't know what the. It's like black
The
people
blood.
smoking Newport. I don't know.
Yeah.
No one knows the reason why, really.
It's marketing, bro. It's just marketing.
I mean, I like to
That's
have
it.
mine medium well or just medium.
Yeah, me too.
You know, that's the only way that I'll eat it because
Yeah,
I'm like,
but see, somebody
I
had to
don't
put
want
me
to
on to that. But I'm not gonna do that. Like somebody had to put me on to that. I didn't know that. Like I had to get my shit well done too. So
Yeah,
somebody
but
had to put
like,
me on to that. Somebody had to put me on to that. I've been eating
but
steak my whole life well done.
why did you only get it well done?
Because that's the way my family made it. Like steak, like so my dad would make steak for breakfast only, and then when my mom's side made it, the Haitian, we never eat just like steak like on the grill and nothing like that. Never. So like steak as a meal is like new to me when I became an adult. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when I think like the first time I had steak, like the way Americans have steak, is in basic training. No cap.
Hold on one moment. Hold on one moment.
Sorry guys, Mo had to go poo poo. But it's me. Any questions of me? Probably not. But how you guys like this? Listen to the intro my brother made. We're gonna try to bring it to thing.
I think I played myself. I think I played myself. But I like to play it.
So we're gonna make it's kind of dope when we go to we try to put together like a good little 30-second intro. Try to get some hot takes from whatever Mo says.
Sorry about that. I had to take care of the dogs. Duty called. Yeah, they were scratching at the door and they were beating up the door. So had to put it on mute. Sorry guys.
So Brooks said, "What's my best dish?" I would say anything on the grill. I'm a wizard, but I have to get better at like full dishes. I suck at that. Like full meals. Like if I did like a course meal, it would overwhelm the fuck out of me. Like to do more than 3, more than 4, it would overwhelm me like crazy. And like to keep everything hot, I would definitely couldn't do it.
I know the feeling.
You could do it?
Well, I can definitely do full course meals, but it took me a while.
You could do 7, like eating and cooking and getting the shit ready and do the whole shit. Like
yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, I can do that. And I mean, my best dish, it depends on what category is it. You know, is it Italian? Are we talking like casseroles? Are we talking, so like there's a lot of different dishes that I've learned to make over the years. So if it's my favorite thing to eat, it's something simple actually. It's Alfredo. Anything Alfredo.
Right.
Like, Yeah, I love Alfredo. I'm
And
making it tonight.
salmon.
I love Alfredo. I don't know what it is.
Well, you
Yeah.
make your own Alfredo sauce?
So I just don't. I can
No,
make my own Alfredo with the
it's
heavy
not
cream and
easy. Yeah,
and cheese and stuff and the butter, and
yeah,
I can
well.
do it. I just don't. I don't like doing it because of the process.
So you refuse the processed food? You
I'd
put
rather use the jarred. I'll mix heavy cream with the jarred um the jarred Alfredo,
mm,
because then I don't have to work so hard to make sure that it stays thick. So I'll just mix it. Yeah.
so
But
you
it
think
comes out. So the thing is it comes out great. It always comes out really
says
good.
who,
And
Mo?
huh?
Says who?
Everyone that's had it, I've never had it, and I've never had somebody say that I made bad Alfredo
Or salmon? Or just Alfredo?
or salmon. I've made shepherd's pie a few times. That doesn't come out bad. Chili,
Yeah,
I've
when
made
you
a
came here with that Alfredo, that shit was good. You didn't make that though.
when I came here with that. No, I didn't make that Alfredo, but
Yeah,
I would say my Alfredo is better than that Alfredo.
it rivals that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like my Alfredo is way better than that Alfredo, and that's Testo's Alfredo. That's like a restaurant Alfredo, but it is good. It's just that mine comes out better.
It's just good.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Mine comes out really good.
Ah, Brooke is giving you kudos. She will. What's Mo the worst at, Brooke? What can't Mo can't make his own ice cream, right? Mo can't make you octopus, right? You know what I mean? How's Mo's eel?
I've made sushi before. Um, that came out good. Um, I've made you said
What about
octopus.
yeah, crawfish is my shit.
I've
I made a
never made
crawfish gumbo. You never
I've
made
never made
crawfish?
crawfish. I've never made it before, but I'm
I made a
sure that I would
crawfish
be able to do
gumbo.
it.
Brooke said she make Cajun shrimp. She make
Yeah,
octopus.
I mean,
Cause my
I'm
favorite, I
so,
like the lox bagel. That's my
so
favorite.
I'm bad at cooking stuff. There's stuff that I'm bad at cooking. One thing that I'm not good at cooking is making gravy. I'm horrible
Mm.
at making gravy.
I like
It's
gravy.
horrendous. Yeah, I make really, really bad gravy. And my mom makes excellent gravy.
You know what makes good gravy? Yeah.
I like, and I think it has something to do with having to stand over and whisk everything, and you know, it's hard, you know.
Mm.
But I think that in like I don't have any kids, right?
Mm.
But I think it's harder cooking when you have kids around too.
Cause you gotta just like feel it. Like Max was like he used to like poached eggs. Then you have to know
Hmm.
how to make it poached eggs, and then he like scrambled eggs, and then he would like sunny side up. Then he go back to scramble. So you gotta like just fill it out. But the scrambled is easier than like anything else because like with the sunny side up, he used to complain and they'd be like, "Oh God." With the poached eggs, the same thing. If you didn't have like this all the stuff available, it's like, oh God. Then like with the boiled eggs, if like you didn't boil it enough, it's like a whole bunch of shit. So just figure it out. You know?
Yeah, I'm a some people like breakfast for dinner,
Yeah.
where I
Never
can
understood that. We do that now sometimes.
I
Something to
can
do.
do it. I can do it. It's just I don't want to do it all the time.
I seen this is comedian. He opened this store where it was like this sandwich spot where he would just have like all these horrific type sandwiches. We would have like the Apple Jacks, ham and cheese, sliders, with all just like high sandwiches or whatever. But it's something like that, like anytime for anything. That makes sense.
I mean, I just love food, man. What can I say? I'm a big foodie.
Mm. Yeah,
Love food.
they got like like in New York City they have like all the THC restaurants now, and it's interesting. I started to like to try to make like the infuse like the oils and butters. That's how you would make a good living. But like my machine broke. But yeah, that's how people doing it. Like you selling like you can sell like an infused like an ounce of oil. It's like $30,
Yeah.
$40. Yeah, crazy. You can make like a whole pie.
Yeah, I just I haven't cooked. I haven't really cooked in a while, and I think tonight is the I gotta make something.
Wait, you about to cook right now at 9 o'clock at night?
Yeah. Sometimes I just get in the mood, man. I put the music on, start cooking.
Nah, so you're not supposed to be eating this late, bro. You about to cook tonight?
Yeah,
That's crazy. Son.
yeah. I'm gonna cook tonight. You know, and then I'll have lunch for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Are you not about
You
to
know,
eat again? Okay.
no, I'm eating. I'm just gonna have a
No.
saucer of food though. I'm not gonna have like a big, huge meal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So,
what you about to listen to?
so it depends on what I'm eating. So right now, I'm gonna listen to the Rat Pack.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
So I'll throw that on there, and like I like those old Italian like mobster movie music when I'm making Italian food.
Okay.
Um, so I really gotta get in the mood to So sometimes I would throw the headphones on while Brooke was watching a show or something like that, and I'd be
What's your
listening
favorite?
to
What's your favorite mob movie?
favorite mob movie.
Yeah.
I mean that's tough. I would probably have to say Casino's a classic. Casino.
You know.
I really liked Casino, but my absolute favorite has to be a
Goodfellas.
Bronx Tale. Bronx Tale is
Yeah. Yeah. That's my.
I just watched that the other day, and
Yeah. Nah, that's good.
I forgot how good it was because the thing that I liked about A Bronx Tale
Mm-hmm.
was that while you knew what Sonny was getting into and you knew what type of life he lived, they really focused on the kid and the things that he had to do
Bronx Tale was
growing up.
that shit. Yeah, Bronx Tale was that shit.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
And so you had to deal with the dad who he lived an honest life and he drove a bus.
Welcome
And
to sucker dad. Yeah. Welcome to sucker dad. Sonny was right. Man.
But
So
I
take a
mean,
shot. That's my
but
favorite movie.
I really did enjoy a Bronx Tale, and then he liked the black girl too.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the backlash that he got from his friends, and then it's like
That's Keisha from Belly, right?
yeah.
You gonna wake up Keisha. Yeah.
She said, "Look what you did to my face."
Yeah. I hate you. Yeah. I hate you. I hate you. Look what you did to my face. Well, I used to rewind that part. Look what you did to my face. I hate you. But word.
But that movie, it like you got to see firsthand what he had to go through, and it wasn't just about Sonny. You know, this kid had all these decisions that he had to make, and he had to choose sides. And I think that's really what the movie was about, was choosing sides and seeing the good. He sees the good in both sides, but he had to choose a side because society doesn't see it that way.
Damn, well, you
And
broke it down. I didn't even get all of that from that shit.
yeah, I mean, because you had he it's all about what he wanted, right? So he wanted to be able to have Sonny in his life because Sonny was a way of getting away from his dad, right? And getting away from his family. And he was kind of living the lavish life without living in it, because Sonny wouldn't let him do anything crazy. You know what I mean? He wouldn't let him do the jobs that he let those other guys do. He didn't want him anywhere near it. But his dad looked at it like, you're getting him involved in this type of lifestyle. But the kid, C, knew that Sonny wasn't like that. He could see that. His dad couldn't. So he had to choose a side. Same thing
Sonny
with...
was like that, though.
No, right, but he wouldn't let C into that type of lifestyle. He would let him do little small things, but he would never let him do anything dangerous.
Okay.
So he still protected him, even though, because he knew that C wanted to be involved. But
Kolodjo.
What's that?
Kolodjo.
Yeah, whatever his name was.
You can't call him C. It's not only Sonny can call him C.
Stop it. But then you had his the girl that he liked from school, and he liked her.
What's her name?
I forget.
Yeah, you forgot the black person. Ain't that something, Mo?
I forgot everybody. I forgot most of the guy's name. Stop. Stop.
You called Kolodjo. See, you knew his name and his nickname. You forgot. Wow.
Yeah,
man.
but how often did you see the girl in any of the scenes?
Enough to know her name.
Anyways, whatever. I didn't remember her name. So sue me. So anyways, you had her, and he liked her, she liked him, but he knew how society viewed that. And those were the times where, a white guy couldn't be with a black girl. The black side of that town wouldn't accept him, and the white side of the town, when they were riding their bicycles, they wouldn't accept the black people in their town, on their side of the town. And so he had to choose a side. And so it was breaking it down to, okay, well, why can't everybody just be happy? Why can't, everybody see the good in people the way that C did, the main protagonist?
That was like our Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. In a way, yeah.
I remember her brother.
Except Romeo didn't die in the end. His friends died because they threw a Molotov cocktail into the car that he was supposed to be in. And Sonny pulled him out. And see, those are the scenes that his dad he wouldn't be there for, because all he sees when he sees Sonny is a gangster. And C saw something different, almost like a father figure.
It's certain shit like your father's not gonna let you do that you might be able to do in front of other motherfuckers.
Right.
So that's how he looked at it. Like, Sonny was in the neighborhood. I don't think Sonny much cared for Kolodjo like that. He looked out for him, but his pops are still his pops.
Yeah.
And like, I think that's kind of fucked up that, like, if his pops is like, "Yo, stay away from my son," and then he that, to me, that's overstepping. If you look at it now, if you want to keep it real, if Robert De Niro told Sonny, "Stay the fuck away from my son," did he or did he not?
Yeah.
And if Sonny ignored him, that's grime. That's fucked up, son. He violated him as a man.
So, I mean, the thing is that it's not like Sonny was going around and picking them up, and C was showing up to the fucking club. He was a teenager.
Still.
He was showing up. So it's not like Sonny's gonna say, "Oh, well, you can't come around here anymore because your dad said not to."
Word. I tell him, dad, like, "Yo, keep him away from my shit."
Yeah, I mean, Sonny's not gonna say that because he didn't like Robert De Niro anyways.
Exactly. He violated his dad, and his dad didn't do shit to him. He just didn't like him because he thought he'd be a better father. He was trying to be that boy's father, and he wasn't a father.
You think that Sonny was trying to be his father?
Yeah, he disrespected.
But you
Yo,
just a minute ago,
any dude that
just
tell
a
you
minute ago,
disrespect your
you said that
parent,
Sonny didn't care for him.
he didn't.
So how was he trying to be his father if he didn't care for him?
He didn't know what being a father was. That's why he was trying to replace his father.
You think he was trying to replace his father?
Yes, and disrespecting his father and doing all that shit, like calling his father a sucker.
Stop.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, he was trying.
We watched two different movies.
Listen, he was trying to punk his dad, but I don't think he was trying to
Yes.
be. That's just my opinion.
Bro, why would he say, "Yo, that's not your son. Stay away from my son"? And he's like, "Shut the fuck." He was telling him, "Shut up," right?
Because if he would have,
then he proceeded to
if he
cross
would
the
have,
line.
but the way that Sonny looks at it is like this, right?
Okay, you know something.
If
You
he
something here.
Right. Well, you obviously you're in Robert De Niro's head.
No, bro.
But-
as a dad, I'm telling you what he tried to do.
But Robert De Niro could have gone to, and you know what? You know what? Here's the thing. You're an ass. But if you can believe that, then that's fine. But if you want to believe that, then you also have to understand that Robert De Niro could have went about that way differently.
What the fuck are you talking about? That's his son.
Right.
Why
But he
am I
could have,
respecting anybody? This is my son. Go ahead. How?
Right.
How so, Mo?
because he could have pulled him aside. He was trying to embarrass him in front of his people, right? So Sonny and listen, Sonny in part, he decided to embarrass him in front of his son because Robert De Niro didn't care about Sonny being embarrassed in front of his people. So Sonny just delivered the same thing that Robert De Niro did. Disrespect.
Yo, you're
pull him aside. Pull him aside and say, listen, and that's how you deal with that.
He trying to get his house in order. His wife is bitching. His son is outside wilding. He's like, yo, I gotta get this shit in order. Yo, and you stay fuck away from my son.
That's not how it went.
He handled that shit.
That's not how it went. Because Robert De Niro went to that little place and then walked in and said, I appreciate what you're doing for my kid, but I want you to stay the fuck away from my kid. That's basically how he said it. It wasn't
he didn't say it out the window too? He didn't want him like, yo, I told you, stay away from my son.
Did he say it out the window?
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's like, I told you, just his house is getting out of order. And even the time you talking about, yo, bro, if I can't find my son, I see this motherfucker's at a bar. Come on, bro. Come on. Like, you really gotta ask me if you could do that. Come on. You're bugging. If Brooke is bugging to about he's more like a mentor. Come on. Yeah, mentor than wanting to be his father. Mentor. Come on. And that's a good mentor? That dude's not no mentor. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta read between the lines. But maybe I wasn't.
You grew up around pimps. Were they mentors?
No.
You.
No. Mo's making shit up. I didn't go around no pimps. What are you talking about, Mo? They're not mentors, bro. Like, that's not, I'm a mentor. That kid is like, the pimps is not a mentor. Yeah. Anybody that is doing something that they're scared to show their kids how to do.
Don't try to slide it.
Hold on, I'm PSAing this. Anybody doing something that they're scared to show their kid how to do and when to do it is not a mentor. That's just straight up. That's how you gauge a mentor.
You grew up around pimps though, right?
No. I've seen a pimp. What, Mo? What is the butt of your joke?
I'm just saying. I could have sworn in
one
of our podcasts. I could have sworn in one of our podcasts you said that you grew up around pimps, and that's why I'm saying it. But if you're saying that I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I could have sworn.
I've been smoking, and the thought has left my mind.
You said that you grew up around pimps. That's all I'm saying, and you just said that you didn't.
Whoa, what
You,
point
I'm just
are
saying.
you trying to make,
I'm
sir?
just asking if you grew up around pimps, and you're saying no.
I'm saying maybe.
Oh,
No.
now maybe you just said no.
Maybe
Do you
or
know?
no.
What do you know?
Maybe and or no.
What do you know, Miles? What the hell
Whether
do you know?
She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry.
I know, son. Fuck.
Oh my goodness. No, but a Bronx Tale was a really good movie. That was like my favorite gangster movie.
And so I
Or
was talking about Ant was a pimp.
he was talking about me.
He was
No,
pimp.
yeah, you.
I saw I grew up around
You
pimp.
know,
I didn't say
I
I grew
can
up around
see,
pimps. I said I grew up around pimp. Pimp down.
I can see Ant as a pimp. I can see him as a pimp. But the thing is that he'd be the pimp that's getting robbed by his girls.
Let's go
Like
Big Mo.
he'd the girls would be robbing him.
Did you break the Ant for money?
Nah, I wouldn't. Nah, you know what? I think Ant has too much morals to be a pimp.
Oh, Ant. Ant was a pimp.
Old Ant was?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
And you walk around with the loud hats and with the feather in it and the
Derby
long.
to the side. Yeah, Ant used to have a derby to the side.
Did he have the goldfish in his shoes? Did he have the
Huh?
Remember the goldfish in his shoes from "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker"?
Nah, he ain't had that bullshit. He ain't had a derby though.
Yo, man, he got the goldfish in his shoes.
No. Oh, that was OJ, right? I'm gonna get you, sucker, or a nigga gun.
That wasn't OJ. That was "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker," because the guy it was Fly Guy. Fly Guy was a pimp.
I'm about to watch that shit again. Yeah.
He said, "My bitch better have my money, rain, sleet, or snow. My
And
hoe
said
better
the
have."
old and said the old him had no morals.
Oh, okay. So the new him has morals. He's about his.
That means
He's about his family.
he used to say he used to be about smacking the beds.
Oh, word. That's what. That's what. He'd have to put them in their place. Is that what you had to do, Ant? Or
so he went to Catholic school. Catholic school, he used to dress up.
So Ant, if you were a pimp, then what happened when one of your hoes got out of line? What did you do to him? What did he do? I'll wait.
Nigga.
Oh my goodness, this is funny.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what? I never actually met a pimp before.
You never did?
Never.
Oh.
I've seen one on a talk show before.
I met more pimps out here than I did in New York City.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Like
I think pimps
different type of pimps. Huh?
I think pimps look different now. They dress different. They don't dress like that.
It's different type of pimps though, bro.
But
you got like gorilla pimps, huh?
But do you think pimps dress the same that they did back in the 70s and 80s?
Nah, but they had pimps like that out.
Yeah, I mean,
like Bishop Don Juan and shit like that, like All Flash and stuff like that. Yeah, they a lot of girls like peacock. That's called peacocking. A lot of girls like that, like girls in their lifestyle. You know where you always gonna find a pimp?
Where?
You always gonna find a pimp at the bus station. Always.
What?
Yeah.
Because that's where you can pick people up and say, hey, you know.
The bus station before the train station, or the train station in the winter. Yeah, man.
People be homeless.
Sometimes, or they bring some new work in that they just found.
Sad. That's sad, man.
Hey, it's the way of the world, man.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's why, like, I really want to keep it a beam. That's why I really want to talk to a real sex worker to see how that really works and the benefits of it being legal versus illegal, and how does it affect somebody in that
Is
industry?
it's not legal, right?
It's legal in New York now,
Wow.
but how does that affect like the safety, the people in that industry, whatever, this, that, and the third, whatever it is? I'm interested to know that.
That's crazy. I didn't know it was legal.
Yeah, in New York City, I don't know about New York total, but New York City is legal.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what happens. Like whenever you make
should
shit
get one
illegal.
on. Yeah, you should get one on. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm working on that for a minute.
Yeah,
I
because I
want
mean,
to see
definitely
what it's like.
interested. Yeah, that would definitely be a good show.
Yeah, because before a pimple over protection, but now if you can go to an agency and just, you know what I mean, like it might be a little different. A little bit, like you could imagine it to go any other situation.
Yeah, yeah. Well, any final words before we sign off?
Yo, Brooks said, she said, so, oh my God, there's a pimp in Albany near the bus stop in front of the library. Guy was weird as heck. Nah, that's not no pimp. Like, pimps is smooth. I mean, I might be like seeing some good pimping, but pimps is smooth, man. And
Yeah, talk to Ant knows.
Yeah, but a pimp is never you never gonna feel, if you're a female, you never gonna feel uncomfortable in front of a pimp. It just is what it is. They just got that.
Did Ant ever answer our question? No. So if that's the case, hey guys, just let us know in the comments.
Hold on. And Ant did say something back.
Oh, he did. What did he say?
He said to all my hosts, he used to offer love, protection, and affection.
But that's not what I asked. What I asked was
I used to offer direction.
But that's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. He can't. What I said was, what did he do to his hoes when they got out of line? I didn't ask what you offered. I wanted to know what you did to them when they got out of line.
Damn, she said he thought he was smooth.
You're about to experience the. You're about to.
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess we'll find out another time. If Ant's not gonna tell us what he did to him. All right. Well, peace.
I think I play myself. Well, I like to play. I think I play myself.
We're here Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock. Next Wednesday we'll have a good one. All right.
Yo, man.
All right.
Say and answer.
Yeah, they get off track.
Yeah.
I bring them back, and that's a fact. He's still not answering the question.
Nah.
They bring them. He brings them back when they get out of line. He brings them right back.